Well, welcome to the season 16 Heartland Family Dinner. This is kind of a rare occasion because, first of all, I don't just have one daughter here, I have both of them. And this is kind of a unique look behind the scenes, and we get to interact with you guys and answer all your questions, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm Amber Marshall. I'm going to start this off by introducing not just one Lindy, but both girls who play Lindy. Who might you be?
Emmy.
You're not Emmy.
I'm Emmy.
You're Emmy. See, this is a big problem here at Heartland. Is, as you can see, they look very similar. This is Ruby, and this is Emmy. And let's go down the table. Who do we have?
I'm Logan. I'm Drew, and I play Logan. Sorry.
And I'm Ava, and I play Parker.
I'm Faye, and I play Katie.
I'm Michelle, and I play Lou.
I don't know what to say because I don't have a script.
I'll tell you what to say. This is Jack, played by Sean. I'm Jess, play Lisa.
I'm Michelle, and I play Jess, which is confusing because there's a lot of Michelles and a lot of Jesses.
Yeah.
So.
And I play Michelle's husband.
So for all of you who are wondering and waiting patiently, season 16 will be airing on October 2nd at 7 p.m. on CBC. And CBC channel.
October 2nd, my calendar. So just about every episode has some family gathering. Usually it's the dinner around the table.
It's a feature of every episode on Heartland, and for as long as we've been making Heartland. And
It's like the dinner table's the anchor, isn't it?
it
Like
is
we
the
all
anchor,
come
yeah,
back
for
to the
sure.
table.
And it gives us all a chance, you know, to all be together at the same time when we're out making, you know, Tim's story or Lou's story or the Miracle Girl's story. You know, we're not all there, of course, but at dinner, we're all here and we're all kind of loving each other.
And it's fun to, it's a grounding. It's a kind of a very grounding thing, which I think dinners with your family are. You know, you kind of talk about all the other scenes that are going on, and it's a place where we talk about our day and talk about our lives and catch up with each other, and we always try to get a little family picture. Because then when they're really good big scenes, it's a nice time to, hey, here we all are, look. And then we all go our separate ways.
And I think that Heartland just captures that special moment between families bonding and staying together. And Grandpa Jack's always, you know, really on the no phones at the table.
No phones at the table.
Oh, you'll want to see this, trust me.
Faye, Ava, and Drew, well, and Michelle, because you guys are sort of newer characters on the show. Do you guys remember your first family dinner, and were you nervous about it, or how did you feel about your first Heartland dinner?
I mean, I was pretty nervous because I was meeting the whole cast and then, like, all these people, all of you guys that I'd seen on TV, and I was like, just don't embarrass yourself. Like, just don't embarrass yourself.
We don't need one. I've got it covered, remember?
I don't think that's a good idea. Not right now, not with all that's going on. I'll stay home with the kids.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't say I was nervous for the actual scene. On Logan's first family dinner, he's not fully accepted by everybody. Mainly Tim has a little.
You're not the only one.
Yeah.
I hear you, honey. A loss like that can ruin you. Take my trophy, which meant the world to me, and pretty much represented my entire life's work. Of course, if it were to mysteriously reappear at my doorstep, would I say anything to anyone? Nope.
Dad.
What?
You know, when I first came onto the show, I came on as Lou's boss, visiting Lou. So I had my first family dinner as like kind of a guest character. And then that switch when all of a sudden I was married. It was like, oh, I guess I have a spot at the table. Like I kind of felt like part of the family.
Lou, this is so good. We haven't had bacon and eggs in 6 months.
When did you get, you know, have the ceremony?
2 months?
No, I think it was less than that.
I have totally lost track of time.
I do feel like over the seasons, I've gotten to know the other actors a lot in those scenes because often our storylines are so divergent. It's only at the table where we'll be together for hours, like as actors. And I feel like I've really gotten to know the other actors through filming them because you watch it on screen and it might be 3 minutes, but it will take us
literally 3 hours to film that.
Yeah.
I've had my favorite meals on Heartland at the dinner scene. Yeah. I do eat the food.
I think we all eat. It's just what we choose to fill ourselves with.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I've learned over time when you're doing 3 dinner scenes in a row and you're constantly eating over 6-7 hours, I choose things that are light. Like I'll eat cucumbers and like lettuce bits and things like that because
And
you
I
don't-
choose everything.
Yeah.
Albuquerque. Good to know. Right here. Good luck with that.
What?
I don't know. I really don't know. I was so thrown by how good that was.
So the Heartland dinners have obviously been a staple in this Heartland family, and also I think in all of your living rooms. And we as a family, as a group of people that have been together for, you know, some of us 16 years now, we just want to thank all of you for being a part of it and being the reason that we've had this longevity in a series.
It's definitely a point of pride for all of us, I think, that we have touched a large audience, and that there seems to be a need for a family-based show that I think we're all proud of making, continuing to make.
So something that is very special to us is the place that we make Heartland happen. You know, this ranch, this place that you see behind us, has really been a character in the show throughout the years. It's the vista, it's the horses, it's the binding thing that holds this family together. And not a lot of people get the opportunity to see this place. We all feel very lucky. I know that when I drive through those gallows gates at the front and I see this ranch, it feels like home. It really does. And we've been here for 16 years. So it's really the longest place I've ever lived in my life, I think. And it is special to me. So we want to share that with you guys too. And in collaboration with the Millerville community and Heartland Production, I want to invite one lucky fan and their family to come and get to see this place. So in order to make this happen, we want to hear what Heartland means to you. We want you to submit your videos and your pictures about what this place has really brought you from the other side of the screen so that you can come here and see it in person. And I myself am going to lead this tour and tell you all of the behind the scenes secrets of this magical place that we all call home. And it's going to be pretty exciting. And since I understand that only one lucky family gets this opportunity, I want to include all of you. So I am going to head out right now and give the rest of you a virtual experience and tour of the Heartland set. Well, here we are in the barn on the Heartland Ranch. Now, this is something that not many people get to see very often. I know that Michelle took you on a tour of the Heartland Barn in the studio, which looks very similar to this barn here because it's an exact replica that we can use when maybe the weather isn't so great or we need to shoot a nighttime scene and we don't want to wait until the sun goes down. It just gives us a little bit of flexibility. But here, this is the real deal. This is a barn that has sat on this property for many, many years. We didn't build it for the show. It was already here and like this, down to every crack in the floor and, you know, chip in the wood. This is very authentic. And the Heartland Barn wouldn't be complete without horses. This horse here is a very special old man, and not a horse that we usually see on Heartland, so you might not recognize him. But if you follow any of our social media, you probably will have seen him in pictures from the past. This is Rowdy, and he belongs to one of our longtime wranglers, Bo Sherman, who's been with us all 16 years, and so has Rowdy. He's an old man now, almost 20 years old, but I can say that he is a staple to our crew, just like everyone else. So a little behind the scenes stuff here. I mean, all of this stuff is brought in for our filming. So we've got all of this kind of like decor and things that make it look and feel like a real barn, but this is brought here for Heartland. And then when we pack up and leave, the actual owners of this place come in and they put all their own stuff in here. And then every time we come back to film, well, we get all of our Heartland stuff back in this area. Now this space probably looks very different than what you're used to seeing on TV. This is the Heartland Loft and home to where Amy and Ty built their actual living space. Now that space itself was created solely in our studio so that we had access to, lighting conditions, weather, all of that. We could just adapt to what we needed for each scene. This is the original loft where you would have seen in the first few episodes where Ty actually had a bed set up in this space, and we used this for the first several seasons. And it wasn't until Amy and Ty decided to build their home up here that we built a space in the studio for it. So this is the authentic, original kind of loft space where Ty lived in the beginning first few seasons. Ty. Well, the Heartland Round Pen. How many scenes have we seen in here? And this is kind of one of those special moments on the ranch because there's a lot of very heartwarming scenes that happen in here. This is where all the join-ups happen. This is where Amy's real miracle girl moments are presented on screen. So I've spent a lot of time running around in this area, and let me tell you, running in sand, not always the easiest thing, but it always turns out really well. So kind of a special place. Well, the Heartland House, is this not an iconic place or what? I'm going to show you first off one of my very favorite things here. This stained glass that has hung in this window for all 16 years, and it's just so beautiful. And when I see it, I just think, Heartland, I think I'm home. And this house, you'll notice something very different about it in a moment, but it was created specifically for the show. It was built here, and we never actually shoot anything in this area unless we want to look out the windows. And then we jump back and forth between the interior set in the studio and this one. And all you'll see is, if someone's looking out the window, or maybe they might be, doing dishes over at the sink, and there's lights and things set up here now, but we would just have it so the camera is over our shoulder, and then we get to actually see the real ranch and what's going on out there, and then we would do the meat of the scene, the other part of the scene in the studio itself. But come follow me. This is the other part of the house. And we get to see out which would be Lindy's room. So then anytime we see anyone coming in, there was an episode where there was maybe a potential burglary, and Jack comes up and boards this door in and makes sure that Lindy feels safe. Well, that's about all I can show you for this interior set. Refer to Michelle's video if you want to see more of the inner workings of the interior sets, because it's really cool to see all of the work that goes into replicating each different set on the different locations. All right, back to business. I'm gonna go join the family outside and answer some more questions. Well, that was fun. Yeah, how was it? Yeah, it was good.
So I remember the first time that I showed up at the ranch, and I was actually just driving right up there, and it was my first intro into everything that I had heard about Heartland, it really coming to be true and really feeling like I was here. What do you guys remember? What do you remember about your first scene?
I don't remember my actual first scene, but I remember the first day that I was on set. And I guess the reason why I can't remember the first scene is because I was in every single scene that day, and it was so crazy and hectic.
Mayor Fleming, I need to talk to you. The town has to stop spraying pesticides in Hudson Park.
I remember how I felt like on the day, and just in general, like coming into a set where people have been together for 15 years, 16 years. So I remember the feelings of like being on set and being excited to actually be on the show and be a part of this now, but I can't remember the first scene.
All right, I'm gonna head out and take Logan back to the center.
Thanks so much for dinner.
It was our pleasure.
All right, I have a question for you guys. So who would you say is the most prankster out of all of you guys?
Well, on set, I would say Wayne.
Yeah, and that's the only answer.
For those of you who don't know who Wayne is, because he's not sitting at this table today, but
Yeah.
he's our script supervisor. And so Wayne has been here all 16 years, and he's always running in to tell us what we've done wrong or what we need to do better or all these things.
You took her second hand when you said New York, like I didn't so much in New York.
Okay.
But then you let go before you finished that line.
Wayne, what do I say?
Cutting. What's that line, Wayne? I hope that they were.
What is it, Wayne?
Why does he want to do it again, Wayne? Top. What is that one again, Wayne?
Wayne, how does it start? Oh gosh, sorry, Wayne. To Wayne.
To Wayne.
You should be at this table.
I had an idea based on whatever Deborah.
I'm gonna say that again, kids.
Face, force face. What is it?
Force her to face.
Force her to face. You know the other thing about
Just don't stop. It's just like, this is just going poorly, sorry. Can you go back to the push-in?
Just wait for the horse to finish peeing.
I don't know my lines.
Oh, that's me
That's
now.
her.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
We're practicing. This is called a rehearsal.
Well, let's do another take and get the part that we missed.
Whoa, holy, there's nothing there. It's incredible.
Hey, only Mark.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm curious with the new folks. What's the most sort of, I don't know, surprising thing or event that you found when you got to set?
I mean, I think that I had a pretty good idea of what Heartland was going to be because it was already a very iconic show by the time I came on. So I'd heard lots of really good things about the show, and I wasn't expecting how much goes into wrangling all of the horses and all of the, like, especially when we did the cattle drive, which was probably, that and the wedding were like my favorite episodes, but that cattle drive especially, I was just in awe of all of the moving parts that have to happen to make a show like this in this setting and everything like that work.
So, you like what you're seeing?
Oh, this whole thing is a photographer's dream shoot.
All right, you two, stay focused on moving this herd at a decent pace. It's an important job. I need you on your game.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I really want to know, those of you who have been here for all 16 years, do you have any good set secrets?
Well, I have it's not really a secret, but it was a really great tip that a wrangler gave me in season 1. That when you're on a horse and you're speaking with someone in the scene and then you exit the frame, that it looks better to have the horse take a little step back and then go, because otherwise it sort of looks like you're pulling on the horse's head and it just doesn't, this is what I was told, so I've always tried to do that. That instead of just pulling out, you do a little mosey back and then go and it looks better.
I got a secret.
Okay.
For 16 years I've worn this belt. 16 years. It's gone in the same hole. That hole's about a ½ an inch because I had some fat years and some thinner years. But I came to set this year and it didn't fit in the hole. It's in the hole in front of it. So since the beginning of the season, I have secretly been upset with myself for not fitting into that hole.
Oh, wow.
So my mission is, by the time we wrap, that I'm going to go back into that hole or possibly one beyond it. So I have been working on the spin bike and hiking with my wife. It will be back in this hole by the end of the year. That's my secret.
Here's a set secret. Amber is by far the best horse person on the show. She can outride any of us and most of the crew too. But she's not that athletic in all sports. For instance, we did a baseball episode 2 seasons ago, and it took a lot of practice. She ended up looking pretty good, but let's just say it took some work to get there. Okay, so we've shared some really fun set secrets, and now we're going to share another secret. We're about to show you right now the first ever glimpse of the Heartland Season 16 trailer. So here it is. Enjoy.
We're trying to find that perfect view. Know the best in life takes time to come true. We're not lost, we're just on the long way home.
I didn't even know how to say it.
Just be honest. Fix it while you can. Go.
Looking toward
Shane!
that open door.
Because you just had to be there for Georgie. She's lucky enough to have a mom who's always there for her. All I get is you spying on me.
No. And Katie, do not turn this around.
Happy ever after isn't the end of the story. It's kind of the beginning.
Liddy, get back in the truck!
We'll find light in the shadows. We'll find light in the dark.
You're gonna be a dad.
There's light around the corner.
Sometimes I look out across the pond and I wonder, will it ever feel the same again?
With arms around the ones we love. Finally found the things that we've been dreaming of.
Sometimes we make these big life-changing choices that feel great at the time. What we don't realize is what the ramifications could be down the road.
We're not lost, we're just on the long way home.
Oh, that's so exciting. Are you guys excited? That made me just, I don't know, 16 years later, and I love this show. I think that we do a great job, and you know, it's a big team effort. With that being said, 16 years, we've all had a lot of lines, we've said a lot of things, and some of them more memorable than others. So I've got a few here, and I want to test all of you on this Heartland trivia. So who said horses will forgive practically anything if you work at it?
Marion.
Amy.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh.
Horses will forgive you for practically anything if you work at it.
Okay. You never want to give up on an opportunity to be close to your family.
I'm gonna say Jack.
That was a Jack.
Never want to pass up an opportunity to be close to your family.
Sometimes when people are upset, they try to control things.
Lou?
That's a Lou.
I like how you said that with a question mark. Yes.
Yeah, that's a Lou.
That was a Lou.
Sometimes when people are upset, they try and control things.
Okay, next question. One of the greatest lessons every cowboy learns is no matter what, you gotta get back on the horse.
One of the great lessons every cowboy learns is no matter what, you gotta get back on the horse.
I know.
I've never said that.
Yeah.
A little competitive. That was fun. That was fun. So what are we gonna do next?
Well, I think we've got some important fan questions, and that's always really rewarding for us because we want to know what you guys want to know, but I want to make sure we include the girls. So I'm going to go and grab my 2 kidlets over here, and we'll come back and answer your questions.
Welcome back.
So we've got something fun to do, girls. There are a bunch of fan questions questions. And fans want to know all kinds of things. And so let's watch the very first video here.
Hi guys, this is Claire and Liam. We're from New South Wales, Australia. Our question is for everybody. What's your favourite meal to cook? And if you don't like cooking, what's your favourite meal to have?
Great question. Great question. I was just talking about this with Michelle Nolden, that I make a really mean homemade pie crust. And I learned that she makes a good filling. So
not good pie crust.
So we need to make pie together.
Yeah.
What's your favorite food, girls?
Mine is a sushi, and I like making the muffins with Mama.
You like making muffins? What about you?
I like making muffins and eating sushi.
Sushi?
Yeah.
That's an interesting choice. Sushi and cake.
Yeah, good.
That sounds pretty awesome. Let's go to another fan question. This is Mike from Seattle, and he asks, this is a great one. Sometimes I wonder this myself. How come you guys hardly ever use the dishwasher in the ranch?
Well, the one reason I think the main reason we don't use it is because Sean wouldn't have a place to put his script. If you open that dishwasher, you'll see 16 years worth of script.
All right, well, we have another video to watch, so let's go to Brianna.
Hi, my name is Brianna, and my question for the Heartland cast is, out of all the seasons, which one has been your favorite so far? Love you guys.
Love you too. Thanks. I like that question. That's a kind of a good question, because it wasn't actually all that long ago I was thinking about us, right?
Yeah.
We got married in the last episode of season 7.
In the snow.
In the snow at the pond. It was beautiful. And that made season 8 my favorite season, because it was the first season that we were actually married, and when we finally revealed that we were actually married, Lou gets bent. She goes, wait, what? You're actually married? And Tim says, I was his best man. And Lou goes, you got married without us?
But Dad was there? Grandpa?
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh, you have to understand. No, I'm sorry. I don't understand.
They wanted to keep it a secret.
Honestly, I can see why she was upset.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
Wow is right.
Oh.
So I've got another question from a fan here, from Zoe, from Wanganui, New Zealand. I hope I pronounced that right, Zoe. And Zoe asks, if you could play any other character in the show, who would you play? Faye, why don't you?
Okay,
Yeah.
I would say I'd probably play Rick. I would
Yes!
just love to just
Yes.
be like, okay,
Yeah,
if
and-
you say so.
Okay.
All the sass and with the British accent.
Yeah.
And
Just be fabulous. Yeah.
I think I would, if I had to pick one other person to play, I think I'd pick Tim, just because I like the his stuck-upness, his need to be right, and the one who's. It's
The
fun
word
to
you're
play
searching
that.
for is antagonist.
Yeah, that's the word.
Yeah, this boy Logan got into it with another kid. They got kicked out.
Kicked out. And then we got robbed. Where'd they go? What's their alibi?
Ah, Tim, don't start.
Look, if that Logan kid had something to do with it, or any of his buddies...
Dad.
Hi.
Logan and I are staying for dinner.
Okay.
Girls, who would you
It
want?
is fun.
I would want to be a horsey.
Oh,
I wanted to be a horsey. I said that in the car with Mom before Emmy. Yeah, we want to be horsies.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but maybe I'd want to be one of the villains. Like, we've had some really good Heartland villains that you could just come in and steal a horse, or, set fire to the barn. Or...
Oh, wait, it's a father-daughter dance, isn't it? I guess that could be a problem, seeing as you don't have a father.
I think I'm the reason that you didn't marry Ty when he asked you.
You've got to be kidding me.
You think you can hide it, but not from me.
Don't you ever do that again.
Hey, listen, everyone. These two right here almost killed my horse.
Kirk, stop.
And this one, horse whisperer, more like horse killer.
That's enough,
Oh,
right?
oh, tough guy
Get out
now,
of my
are
face,
we?
okay?
Hey, violent
That's
also.
enough. You got me all wrong, Lou. I get that to be successful, you have to make sacrifices. I hate to see kids suffer when their mothers aren't in the picture.
Baby?
Those kids arrived here at exactly the same time the break-ins began. Coincidence? I think not.
And what character would you like to play?
Oh, I love them all so equally. I never really thought of that. That's a good question. I guess it would be challenging to play Amy. It would be challenging to play Lou. It would be challenging to play Jack. I really can't pick one on this show. I think everybody, I can't imagine myself playing the characters that are being played by other people at the moment. Michelle?
Well, I kind of agree with you. Not that you're having a hard time playing your own character, but that you know, that everybody plays their character so well that I can't imagine those characters as anything else. But I do think it would be fun to be either Grandpa Jack or to be Jade, because I think it'd be really fun to do all that bronc riding and stuff. Like I think that would be, every time I see that, I'm like, wow, that character kind of really kicks butt.
Jade, are you okay?
Yeah, she's fine, except for your spurring. You're still not getting it.
We have another video to watch, so let's see what James from Ireland has to say.
I'm James from Ireland. My question is for all the cast members. Do you hang out between shoots and after set? Thanks, I'm a big fan. Bye.
Hi,
See you, James.
Bye, James.
Hi, and bye.
I've always wanted to go to Ireland, James.
We're gonna come hang out in Ireland with you.
Yeah. Do we get together?
Yes.
Yes.
All the
Yes.
time.
Yes. All the time.
Yeah.
Ever since year one.
Yeah. And the first few seasons, we had I threw some really epic Halloween parties.
Yeah.
All the writers would come, and
Yeah, well, like
but-
Ava and I have sleepovers sometimes, and Drew comes over on his off days and babysit the twins sometimes. So yeah, we all hang out.
Yeah.
Nice.
We all like each other.
Okay, so we have another fan video from Kimber. Let's check it out.
My name is Kimber. I'm from Texas. I have a question for Lisa. Does Jack's mustache to green nose?
Well, I mean, the cutest thing ever. My goodness. Well, when you're old enough and you kiss a boy and his face is fuzzy, you won't care if it tickles. But I'm usually busy thinking about things, and it doesn't matter. That's what I'm gonna say. But you are so cute, and thanks for asking.
Love you, Lisa.
I have a question. It's for anyone. This is a question that comes from Alexa from Portland, Maine. And Alexa asks anyone, are there any scenes that you have been genuinely, emotionally invested in? Well, that's our job. But I'm going to just let the floor have that question, because my answer is I'm invested in every one of them.
Well, and sometimes on Heartland, there's often these really iconically beautiful moments. Like I'm thinking of Caleb's first wedding on the show, and Amy and Jack singing this song, and then they'll film our reaction. I just remember the song being really beautiful, and like that kind of thing can really, like, of course, what Chris is saying is that our job is to be emotionally invested in every scene, but sometimes it's just, it pulls you in a way that even surprises you more so than you thought it would.
There's things I've been meaning to tell you. There's things that I've just got to say. So let's go for a walk somewhere.
It's just funny. I had that same thing when when we had our wedding, and then you guys sang.
Oh, yeah.
I actually like that I wasn't expecting that. We hadn't rehearsed that. I didn't know what that song was going to sound like or anything, and so that was one of those like real moments.
We'll keep blowing stronger each day and each year. And in the long days of summer, you'll still have each other and remember what brought you together today.
I wrote that part.
I'm tearing up.
I had a tough time when my dad passed away, and I had to come back from that the day after I arrived, and I had a very emotional scene out at Millerville Racetrack, and I had a real tough time separating my feelings from Tim's feelings. That I think maybe that's what you're asking. So yeah, that has happened to me on the set, but that's the only one I can think of where I might have been detached from my character, you know.
So this next video goes out to Chris Potter, and this is actually a question I'm excited to hear because I am curious about this myself.
Hi, my name is Jessica and I'm from Tennessee. My question is for Tim and Jack. Will we ever get to hear the story of why Tim doesn't already have a stone on the hearth, and will he ever get one?
I love her accent. It's a good one too.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
Yeah, it is a good
Tennessee.
question. I
That
think
is
it,
pretty good.
to be honest,
I
I think it
think-
was a mistake.
I think in the Heartland world that maybe right when it was the time for Tim to get a stone, maybe Tim was absent, maybe there was something going on that prevented that from happening.
Well, it sounds feasible, but that's, let's see what Jack says.
Jack said many, many years ago, that man will never have a rock on this hearth, and he's a man of his word. Regardless of the relationship, repaired or not, or how much they love each other, I just think he's a man of his word. He made that statement once upon a time, and he can't change it.
Well, let's go to our very last video of the day, and this is from Sierra from Tennessee.
Hi y'all, my name is Sierra.
Hey,
I
Sierra.
am from Tennessee. I absolutely love Heartland. So my one question is, what inspired y'all to be a part of the Heartland family, and has it been everything you've dreamed of and more? Thank y'all and have a blessed day.
Thank
You
you.
too.
You too. You know, that question itself, I kind of suspect that because of what we are, we're actors, and I think we'll all have a pretty similar response to that. What made us want to be a part of Heartland? Well, as an actor, when I tried out for Heartland, I had to earn the job. And we all have to earn the job through a specific process in the film business, the auditions and things. And we don't really have a choice of, you know, what makes us want to join it. We're just actors, and we are allowed or invited to join it. And but the special part of the question is, has it been everything that you've hoped for?
It's been more.
I think it's been more. I think it's been more. Everybody pitch in. Has it been less or more?
More.
More. It's been more than everything we've hoped for. And who'd have thunk it, huh? Well, here we all are 16 seasons later, and my gosh.
I mean, we don't have a lot of control, as Sean says, as actors, but I'll make the story very, very quick. But right after my mom passed, I was driving, and I said to my husband, I really need to get away, because it had been quite difficult. And I saw a bunch of horses, and I said I would really like to ride again, and I'm not going to cry. And I wasn't supposed to do this part. This part was actually somebody else's, and then that person couldn't do it. They got another job. And I feel like my mom heard me, and she said, I know exactly the show where you need to be right now. I know exactly the show that's going to heal your heart and that's going to give you what you needed. And so I think that this show chose me as much as I needed this show. So.
And we needed you.
And to echo that, I do believe, you know, as actors, as Sean said, we don't necessarily get to choose our roles. But for me, this is a dream come true. And I think there's certain roles that we audition for that you hope that you get a little more than other ones. You know, some are more suited to your lifestyle. And this show couldn't be more suited to me and my lifestyle. So I'm very, very thankful for this show, and I'm thankful for these people. And this has been a really fun experience, and sitting around the dinner table with all of you. And we just want to thank every one of you for being a part of this Heartland family and carrying us through this journey for the last 16 years, because it has been everything and more that I could ever dream of. And that's because of you guys. So make sure you stay tuned on October 2nd at 7 p.m. for a brand new episode of Heartland.
Woohoo! Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming to dinner.
Love you.
Thank you.